Why, hello there, my fellow brothers, sisters, gamers, and anime lovers. Buster here again with another. Uh-oh. I think my. Sorry about that. Forgot to attach it. I'm back with another U.S. President's Play because people are gonna be spamming me, messaging me, and telling me react to this, react to that, react to. But still, I digress. This is US President's Play FNAF Ultimate Custom Night Full Series. I'm doing the full series this time because people have been telling me, you missed one video. You missed it. You should delete. Alright, I get it. I'm gonna react to the full series instead. So let's see what happens. This is FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, which is, I don't know, is this another game? I've never heard of it before, so we'll see what happens.
Please adjust your volume until you can hear whispering.
That's the first thing we get when we open the game? Ghost whispers? Ah!
That just gave me a heart attack. This game contains jump scares. Yeah, I think we figured that out.
Yup.
Donald's feet
It's
fell out
FNAF!
from under him.
Knees on the floor is your new style, huh?
This game has another thing coming. If it thinks I'm just going to shine its shoes like that, it can suck my salami before that happens.
Well, would you look at this?
I was joking when I asked if there was a battle royale for this franchise.
Why
Lesson
are there-
learned, don't ever
Who-
mess with Scott.
Hold the frick on. Who are these other guys? I've never seen them before. Oh, they might be from the last one. Pizzeria Simulator, I think. Because I could see FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, Sister Location. Yeah, okay, these must be the Holy crap! The others are only almost one row long, but Pizzeria Simulator is 2 rows long. What the heck? Why are there so many animatronics for 6? Alright.
Gentlemen,
This
if
is
not
strange.
obvious, welcome to Ultimate Custom Night. As
Ultimate
given with the name,
indeed.
this is the game where you can customize any animatronic difficulty.
I guess we know what Don's doing for the next 20 years.
Trial verdict pending, by the way.
If not obvious, there's way too many customizable options to try to tackle every single one. Not only that, this game has nothing really valuable when it comes to additional story. As such, I've assembled a small list of challenges that we can face.
Challenges?
They're the assembled difficulties that the creator has made for a default difficulty. As you can see, there's still quite a few challenges, so that's why I've handpicked what we're going to do.
Oh no.
No need to fear, the
Joe
world's best
picked
security
it?
guard is
Oh,
here.
prepare
That's
for
wonderful
hell.
news because we're starting with Bears Attack 3.
And of course, I
All
get
of
a
them are
circus act to
bears.
start with.
Don't leave behind any picnic baskets.
So Freddy's.
What am I looking at? This office looks like a mess.
Flashlight, Candy Cadet. There's certainly a lot to process here.
We have power again, and now there's noise. How am I making noise?
And we have Freddy in the hall and Freddy there too. Talk about needing a
Hold on,
breather.
Freddy. What the hell?
Joe,
Was Freddy looking at a screen too? What the hell? Is he also in the
there's noise.
office?
How am I making noise?
And we have Freddy in the
Freddy? And what the frick? Oh, hold on. Is Freddy has a gaming setup? Hell, this is a game playing a game in a game. Is Freddy currently playing Five Nights at Freddy's? Now that's a meme. It's just gonna be an all-looping screen of Five Nights at Freddy's forever.
hall and Freddy there too.
Yeah.
Talk about needing a
Game
breather.
over. There we go. Now-
Joe, there's a Freddle thing, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
Don, you know there were instructions out on the menu, right?
Does that look like that advice is helping me right now? How do I make it go away?
Don, you have a bunch of red indicators going off right now.
I understand, but there's a Freddle here.
And there's Freddy up there.
I don't have 5 coins.
Yeah, put on the mask. That's a good idea, Don.
And now Phantom Freddy's here. What do I do?
I knew it. He was already inside the office.
Well, Donald is pretty dangerous to be around, but I don't know if I would call him a stranger.
I mean, this isn't like any of the other games, and there's no actual guidance on what to do. So, for his first time,
False.
this attempt isn't even that bad.
Do you know who I am?
So you'll be just reaching out into the darkness, just guessing what to do. So they have the same mechanic as the old games. Do you have to just flash the light? I noticed the Freddle went away when you just keep spamming it. How
I'm
about the
world's
rest?
best security guard, the very best. This adversity will not stop the most gifted man on the face of the earth.
Donald, Every time you say something like this, you get handed a humble pie with a sprinkle of embarrassment on top.
Oh,
And you think
shut
this
the
thing is
F
going to be
up.
the same?
You're the
Before
same
you know it,
too.
we'll have ourselves a winning record in no time, Obama.
Take this for your troubles. Wait, we get power-ups in this game?
Yeah, it's a unique concept that had decent implementation here. And Don's just going right in again, isn't he?
Of course, I'm back in here like swimwear because someone left the doors open. And like Lindsay Lohan, I have an addiction to the dopamine that hits my head after injecting myself with winning juice.
It was actually powder, but that's still a very interesting comparison there.
What's at my door? I heard Fredbear laugh. Is this him?
Did you hear that knocking?
I saw.
Whoa!
You annoying little Barbie doll. Get off my
Yup,
screen.
I saw that little
What is
thing.
even happening right now?
I told
Did I
you
see
that
a-
Ultimate Custom Night can...
Did I see a pair of eyes in the door? Yes, a pair of glowing. Who's that? Who the hell is that? Oh gosh.
Fredbear laugh. Is this him?
Did you hear that knocking? Whoa!
You annoying little Barbie doll. Get off my screen. What is even happening right now?
I told you that Ultimate Custom Night can get really chaotic. There's a lot to micromanage, and this is just the first challenge.
That's too much.
Don, don't
Oh,
look
he's
down.
awake.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Pay up.
I don't have 5 coins, you soy jack bear. The second I do well, this chunk of metal comes around like the IRS expecting a handout.
And just
I
like
saw
the
something
IRS,
in the
he
vent.
keeps harassing you until he gets his money for the year.
I'd pay him if I knew where to get these coins. Stop it.
Stop staring at the screen.
You get for leaving me hanging.
Something tells me that we shouldn't have left him hanging, Don.
3 coins? I don't need 3 coins. I need 5 coins. I'm not trying to play skee ball in the corner of Chuck E. Cheese. I'm fighting for my life.
We're not making it out of the hood in this one.
All right, Don, so what's your plan here? The prepared and never caught by surprise, Donald Trump has to have something up his sleeve.
I'll be honest, I'm like a milkman without the titty juice. And now the
That's-
whole gang wants to pull up like I'm
Donnie,
squatting
you're
on O
making me
Block or
sick with
something.
that image.
At least you know what to do with some of them. Granted, Fredel is still a challenge, but we'll probably figure that out as we go.
Yeah, we don't know
Spam
how
the
Freddo
flashlight.
works. You,
There we go.
however, have the secret vault of information that payday players would break into.
You
Hey,
can
hey.
name, claim, and say anything under the sea, but that's not really going to help us
Was
for
there
this
something
night.
in the vent?
I also really don't intend to help as much as I've used to.
Must be the
It's
reflection
time
of the
to make
flash.
that leap of independence for you guys.
Just what I wanted to hear, and I'm only at 70% power.
You're going to have to.
What is happening?
I know how much you like to fight, so we'll add a new problem to your night.
New problem?
A new challenger has appeared? A parrot. What the?
What was?
Well, to be fair, that is
Fun
the
Time
longest
Freddy?
we've lasted. But on the flip side, we aren't making it anywhere close to 6
Oh
a.m.
my
at this
gosh! I
rate.
brought myself back into this.
Start
I
the
hate
game with
this.
102%
I
power.
hate jump scares.
Yeah, that really helps when 30% is getting sucked up like a vacuum cleaner.
Gosh.
And you're just jumping right back into the swing of things, huh? You know, typically I see you take a break from these things, and then once you collect your strategy,
Is that
you
a
come back
ghost?
to beat it.
No, trust me. This time I got it.
Was that Golden Freddy? I think. Oh, there he is. There's just too much.
Swing and a miss.
You know what? I'm big enough of a man to admit when I'm wrong. You take this keyboard, Obama, and I'll take a trip to the bathroom.
That kind of surprises me. Actually, that really surprises me.
Yeah, to be honest, I was expecting more of a reaction. But I guess Donald has matured since then.
No, he's not.
I bet he has, Joe. I bet he has.
No.
Well, best of luck to you, Barack.
No hints or help from me either, huh?
Can't show favorites here. It's all equal treatment, and I have faith in you regardless.
That may be blind faith, Joe. I'm just as clueless as Don is here, although I am trying to piece this puzzle together. Perhaps there's something we're missing.
Well, the most important part is that you try your best. So far, you're off to a pretty calm start to the night.
While you are right, things could pop off
Even
at any
the-
moment, so I have to keep my guard up.
Even the flashlight eats battery? That's stupid.
Just like that.
What?
Now I
Does-
have a whole
is it
entourage
plugged
to
into the generator of the
I
place?
will remind you that you should keep an eye
Oh
on
my
your power no matter
gosh.
what. Otherwise,
This
it's going to be a
sucks.
grueling play session.
I guess I'm only going to find out by learning the hard way.
You're making
Uh-huh.
headway. I shouldn't have spoke too soon.
What is that thing?
It's this balloon boy thing that killed Don. How do I even get rid of this thing?
I want to pop. I want to punch that thing, that singing
Well, it
little
was worth a
thing.
try at least. I think you even lasted
I
longer than
hate it
Dawn.
even more
I
than
guess when you put it
Balloon
like
Boy.
that. Speaking of, where is he?
Okay, which one of you liberal losers didn't flush?
Maybe he's avoiding coming back so he doesn't have to play any more of the game.
What, the world's best security guard? Come on, Joe, don't doubt the man without a plan. If he runs away, we win the argument. And we all know how he hates losing.
I suppose you do have a point. Either way, I would just focus on the task you have at hand.
Good note, Joe. Why does Candy Cadet just flicker to life like that anyways?
The animatronics do get a bit quirky at night.
Yeah, I can certainly tell. But I think I'm keeping track of everything for now.
For now.
Great, now the red warning sign. Oh, come on.
That game was totally
I didn't even
rigged.
see him coming.
Something tells me that the odds were not in your favor there.
If we're failing this much, these might be the longest recordings we'll ever do.
Oh no.
Where is Don when you need him?
And there's no toilet paper left. Yep, it was Michelle. So you're telling me our cataclysm yesterday wasn't enough, and you want us to press on like we just didn't get put on all fours?
Yeah, because half of it was spent in the bathroom, where you damaged our mirrors in a hissy fit and wasted the toilet paper.
Don't blame the toilet paper on me. That was your wife.
She wasn't even here, you dope.
Gentlemen, let's all cool our jets here. It's just the start of the video, and I don't want Donald to explode his pants again.
And here Biden comes with the fake news from CNN. I can't even wipe in peace around you people.
Well, you're about to get a whole lot of wipes now. Because looking at this roster,
Oh, you're gonna
I don't
get
think we're
wiped.
going to make one rotation
No.
around the clock.
The ghosts?
Especially after the last time we tried a
The
challenge.
nightmares?
Joe, the Sega cast of daydreaming, doesn't seem to care about jumping to the hardest
Oh, my
difficulty
gosh.
under the worst situation.
That's so old.
Fortunately for us, I happen to be the world's best security guard.
No.
And here comes the death speed runs.
So what's the plan, Donald? Do you still want to run back a challenge after the disaster last week?
Do you just think the world's best security guard falls over when there's a bit of wind?
Yeah.
Well, think again, Joe. Watch and learn.
What the freak?
0.8 seconds. Donald, at this point, there's no way you're not doing it on purpose.
I will.
He
give
didn't even
Donald
do
the
anything.
benefit
That's
of the
not his
doubt.
fault.
The nightmare puppet needs to be tended to within the second. If not, well, you know what happens.
How do I even combat that? I have a split second until I have a long, spiny skeleton in my face. Who do they think I am? Jeffrey?
Don't say that too loud, Don. What I said last year might become a reality.
I'm going to ignore that one. But to get rid of the marionette, just make sure the cursor isn't over it for too long.
Never thought I'd hear Slender Man be scared of peekaboo, but here we are.
Oh, so it just fades away when you don't have your cursor on it, huh?
Basically, Don's
Just
done a
avoid
good
it.
job, although the puppet has taken a while to leave.
Why is it back? Do you not have anything better to do with your miserable afterlife than haunt me?
I think the entire
That's the
difficulty
point.
is set to 20, Don. Let's be real here for a second. If they weren't going to haunt us, that means they're afraid of our own skeletons.
Not this freaky Slender Man knockoff. How about you spend less time harassing me and more time working on your anorexia problems?
I just think it wouldn't be wise to insult the things that are trying to put your head on a trophy rack. But then again, you do you, Donald.
Well, something just tried to come down the alley, but I had the
The
hatches
vent.
battened down. That's not happening today.
How has it only been a minute so far?
Yeah,
I've
it's
lived 3 eternities
ridiculous.
It doesn't help with Mime Face over here trying to kill us at every
This is like
foreseeable
abuse.
moment. What is this bird doing?
Who touched me, bird?
Foxy?
already. It looks like you can get power-ups. That is, if you live.
I don't want to hear it. Shut up. Of
There, sure.
course, you give me 3 coins for pooping on the floor. I just feel great now.
So what now? Are you going to give us our time in the spotlight? I guess not.
Good
We're
luck
going to have
then.
to see a horrible death.
I hate this game.
Does that mean it's
Same.
time for Barack to step in?
Yes, he can take over. I have to gouge my sanity out with the needler rifle before my DoorDash gets here.
Well, now that I'm back in the same position I always am, I have to ask if there is going to be any reasonable way to get past any of these challenges.
Just don't die, the
Nope.
balloon boy. Anything but that. I'd rather get treated like the hooker toy in Toy Story.
I will say, due to this game's chaoticness, it leaves very little for us to converse about. Either we'll last for a decent amount of time.
That thing is
or we'll
annoying.
keep talking about how much we are failures.
That's the world in general, but if I can't get the monkey off my back known as Nightmare Marionette, I don't think there's much we can talk about.
I know we're getting a paddle swung on us, but where in the world's my DoorDash?
Do you not have the app to track it?
Pipe down, Molten Freddy. And I am, but this beanbag
Oh,
is
it's
just going around
Molten
in
Freddy.
circles.
Maybe they're just preparing themselves because you call so much.
Sounds like you're just single-handedly funding the delivery industry.
He's got to show up. Be a man. I'm calling him right now and demanding him to be here right this very moment.
Oh boy.
Have some common decency and at least treat the public service correctly.
I think you just mentioned the
Says
impossible
you.
feat for Donald.
Sheesh!
At
Well,
the
you
cost
got
of your
Balloon
own
Boy.
life, too.
It's ringing now.
There's no way you're actually doing this.
Yo, what up?
Where's my DoorDash?
In my car.
I know it's in your car. The app already said that. Give me it now.
I wouldn't speak to the guy handling your food like that.
Yeah.
Don has a special way of communicating.
Yeah, no duh, that's what I'm doing.
Do you know how stupid you sound? I'm not asking to hang out at a kickback. I'm asking for my food.
Bit aggressive there.
Man, calm down, Gramps.
The only thing that needs to calm down is your oxygen levels, you ugly trinket.
This is the typical conversation between Donald and the random citizen unlucky enough to encounter him.
Yeah, little bro doesn't know who has his food. Alright, I guess I get some free food today.
He hung up.
Don't quote me.
That's
but
your
he was
fault,
eating your
jackass.
food too.
Is he outside? I shot once at civilians, but I'll do it again.
Joe,
Don't worry, I grabbed the gun just in case.
Do ye a favor.
Oh! Bonnie!
Man, we cannot catch a break today. I get cheated out of my food, and Obama here gets cheated out at 2 a.m.
Because you acted
Joe
like a
just cheats.
dipshit.
I haven't even touched the keyboard, Don. I think you guys are just not doing so hot. I mean, do you know how many times I cut out you guys dying last episode? It might be twice as more this time.
Oh boy.
it's like a scene
How
from
many?
Last of Us where you just see everybody get taken out.
Maybe it would help if we knew what we were doing, Joe.
There's
You
no
hear that?
instruction. I heard it.
You know what? I take back everything I said to you, Don. Even if you're the world's best security guard, I don't even
It's
think
nearly
that Mike
impossible.
Tyson could square off with these creatures.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying now? This is what happens when we live under a tyrannical ruler that does nothing but play horror games in his time when he should be running the country.
I guess it's illegal to have fun in the White House.
And you define fun as arranging a cornucopia of crap and cocaine to present to us on Christmas? What
It's
happened
not
to class?
illegal to have fun, jackass. Just do your damn job that you were appointed to do. That's your job. The country's not paying you to vacation, but in actuality, you are vacationing. Yeah.
Regardless, this is a reason
I've
why
seen
I
the
don't really want to do
news.
custom
It's
nights
just,
for too long.
it's just sad to
It
see.
can get pretty repetitive really fast, and there's nothing really worthwhile when it comes to story.
It's
Joe, give me the gun.
I'm not going to do that, Don.
I get what you mean, though. That last attempt right there didn't even scare me. I was
Yup.
just mildly annoyed for having Balloon Boy treat my head like a Q-tip. But you're saying
What's
there's
that?
nothing remotely close to any
What you
story in
clicking?
here at all? Are you serious?
You knew I'd get you eventually.
oh, shut
It's
it.
been 12 seconds. It'd give me at least a tiddlywink of time to look out of the side of my eye or something.
Joe, I'm going to repeat my demand that you give me the gun.
I am going to repeat my answer. No. I understand how frustrating it is when you keep dying, but we at least have to try a bit more. My advice is that Balloon Boy and Nightmare Marionette will be the toughest ones here for this challenge.
Uh-oh,
And how do
maybe.
we even counter that?
While he's sitting down, you can't flash your light at him under any circumstance. However, when he's standing up, you must flash your light at him so that he will sit back down.
How do I do that if there's a freckle forming?
Sheesh. I'm hating
give me the
Balloon
gun.
Boy more.
So we're back to get our leg hair feasted on like it's
Did he
Thanksgiving.
just say get
Will
the
we,
gun?
Joe, give me the gun.
So we're back to get our leg hair feasted on like it's Thanksgiving.
Will we make it past the first minute? After all, I don't know with everything.
I
treating
wouldn't
us
even
like a
play this
coughing
game
baby.
if someone
This is
pays
actually
me
one of
to.
the more easier difficulties in this game. However, unlike the past game modes, this one will be required to use the vent cameras, just like the third game.
Isn't that just fine and dandy? I have Crab Trap, the prequel, and Crab Trap, the sequel after me.
It'll most likely be after me because you'll go and cause us 7 years of bad luck with the way you handle your anger.
Springtrap
Bathroom
and
mirrors are
scrap
$100,
Springtrap.
but my mental stability is priceless.
It's a good thing I didn't invest in either.
So, do you want to handle the kitchen for now, Donald?
Well, if Obama does, a chef might die, so it looks like I'm going to have to.
Oh, come on now.
Okay, unlike our other attempts, the world's best security guard evaluated his strategy with this challenge and now understands the detrimental path that lays ahead of him.
Why are you talking about yourself in third person?
I thought I was the only one that noticed that. It's an interesting quirk of his, if I'm being honest.
I wanted to mention something if that was all right, Joe.
Oh?
Yeah. So you said that this had nothing to do with lore, but I looked into the comments and they said it has a little bit to do with William Afton. So I really don't know what to think right now.
I thought we were done with Count Dracula.
Well, this is speculated to be almost a purgatory
You're
for
doing
William
a whole
Afton
lot
after he
better.
finally gets sent to the grave. It's practically a punishment for all he's done.
So you're telling me that we're actually playing as him in this game?
That is the assumption, yes.
Huh? You're
I
William?
believe it's also confirmed somewhere as well, but I can't remember
So
the
no
media
wonder
in
it's
which-
punishing.
Of course, we would play as the guy who sounds like he smokes Marlboros like they're peppermint candy. No wonder they're after our hides.
How are you calmly managing all of
always
this,
come
Donald?
back.
It's quite the opposite from what I saw last time.
Shut up, Mangle. I don't need to hear you getting piped down by the Energizer Bunny.
I forgot we have to deal with the whir of a mini fridge. I'll just wait until the yammering is done.
It's done now, at least. I told you the reason why I'm doing so good is because I'm the
Why'd you
world's
open the
best
door? He was still
security guard,
there.
the very best.
Kind of also helps to know what he's doing, at least. A very rare occurrence when Donald puffs all the wind into his sails, but it's worked for him so far.
It's something, especially because we haven't even gotten to 2 a.m. before we get swallowed and used as toothpicks by our furry friends.
How did Springtrap get through? The vent was closed. Well, now I'm dead.
He got through the vent?
Yes.
Well, never mind.
You opened it.
I'm not going to let you do your little victory screech. Come back on the court, Springtrap, and this time, let's go for a one-on-one three-point shot.
That's a weird question, but I wouldn't mind seeing that. Front row seats to Donald getting crossed in basketball by a cereal mascot.
Fighting for your life is one thing, but trying to throw it up in a hoop is a bit of a silly question.
You're telling me I'm not balling, Joe? They used to call me LaDon James. Know that you're in the presence of the world's best basketball hooper.
Donald, they never called you that. The only time you stepped onto a court was to give speeches about making America great again.
That shows you how big of a baller I am. I wasn't even in uniform, and I was scoring points left and right for this country. Someone put me in the Hall of Fame because I'm the man of the game.
What does this have to do with you going head-to-head with Springtrap?
What does this have to do with anything? I don't want to be at the forefront of the gut punch when Donald's ego gets the better of him.
I would
Says
say
Mr.
this is what
Ego
Exhibit A
himself.
looks like, but it's not like we were doing any better to begin with. Besides, I wasn't even playing.
All I ask is for some momentary solitude, and I can't even get that. If it's not Mangle, it's this worthless bucket of bolts balloon boy that wants to do nothing but nibble on my shin like a prairie dog.
I'm surprised you haven't suggested trying to deassemble these machines.
I would if I could, trust me.
He got past. You're done.
Balloon boy, I really hope William Afton was the worst to you, and I'm being serious. Before
There you go.
Springtrap
I
comes
saw
to
him
jump
get
inside
through
my
the vent.
skin, I hope he uses
You
you as a
stopped him?
poop pan for his intestines.
I don't think Mangle liked that comment very much.
Of course she wouldn't. She's a pooper scooper herself. She's the claw machine that grabs the trash cans from the street. I hate all of you guys. Do you hear me?
Well, if there's a positive spin to put on this washing cycle, at least we
2
made it
a.m.
past 2 in the morning. That's something, right?
Not
Shut
even
up,
because the
balloon
stupid
boy.
toaster doesn't stop his voice box when I jam my foot in his mouth. Where's the tactical nuke when you need it?
We knew it was insanity going into it. By the way, female balloon boy is down in the other vent.
What?
If the lights didn't...
I always come.
Wait, he always what?
Like I said,
You
the
always-
management skills that are needed for
I
this
heard
challenge
that.
are not as bad as other challenges, so it's easier to be more successful. I also see that your preparation did you well, because you seem more composed this time, Donald.
I don't have an option when I have a blitz battle to fight off against
Yep.
the merry-go-round of appliances.
Yep.
My knuckles also hurt from beating glass objects into soul shards.
It's incredible that we still have more games after this. This seems like the ultimate testament to our skills.
And I might be dead again. Yeah, easier micromanagement skills, Joe. I'd like to see you handle this. What the... Ha!
I guess all that talk about recycling doesn't sit too fond with trash and the gang.
Yeah, they tend to do that every now and then. The good thing is that it's just similar to the Phantom jump scares. They can't really harm you or anything.
It's just basically a hot flash that has you seeing stars. Although, I think there's a basket implant on Donald's face now.
How has it only been a single minute? This game is Dave and Buster's mixed with zombies, and somehow we're stuck in the hyperbolic time chamber. I hate this makeshift porta potty
through the
restaurant
vent?
we're in.
I wonder how much we would get paid for this if it was available on the market. Certainly, it has to be at least enough to rent out a townhouse or something.
We get paid in Little Caesar leftovers and some stale Pepsi that came from a 2-liter bottle, and not the good 2-liter bottle, the type where the soda seeped near the cap, and it's just dried syrup.
How do you even come up with stuff like that on the spot? You're playing a game where you're babysitting angry and vengeful spirits like Ghostbusters, and you can just sit there and make quips.
Not without a high prize. Look at his power right now, and it's only 2 a.m.
51%?
Let's just hope Don is able to reel it back in. That's the thing about this game. Power balance is super difficult.
Donnie is better because he's surviving better than Barack did.
Well, if he's laughing like that, he's probably looking at a mockery of what the United States is doing to itself.
I just let the interns do what the interns want to do.
The door,
It's not my job to be their babysitters. I'm here to play horror games.
Joe, I think I have to ask this question that comes to mind because it's been so prevalent as of recently, especially when you look at the workload you've been burdened with as of lately.
Well, you can't just sit there like we're playing pin the tail on the donkey.
3 a.m.
I see what you did there. I'll admit that's clever, Joe. Very clever.
Thanks.
Vent door!
Anyways, what's your question, Barack?
Yeah, good
With
job.
all the work that you did for this channel, all the sleepless nights practically, is it safe to say that you put more work into this channel than your presidency?
Yep.
I understand you're a hardworking man, but sometimes it's easy to see.
Damn. Everyone needs a
I would
hobby.
answer it for him. If Balloon Boy would shut up, and I'm at 6%, are you serious?
You were at 40 just a second ago. Wow, that drains fast.
I'm dead. I'm so dead. The parrot?
You win some, you lose some.
Foxy.
You play
Why did I
with
die
fire
from that?
Sometimes.
Why does Scott Cawthon have this burning, visceral hatred towards me?
Battery.
He can donate to funds, but has to stop the world's best security guard to win.
Sounds like you're giving up after just 3 tries. Is that right, Don?
The world's best security guard never quits.
And he just closed the laptop.
Time to grease up our oil holes again for how deep we're going to get slammed.
So I will mention that even though the last challenge was on the easier side, don't expect the same for this challenge.
Easier
I
my
didn't count
butt
on that,
cheek.
thankfully.
Of course, now that we're up, all of my old gravestones are coming back to harass the world's best security guard.
Well, look at the bright side, Donald. Your favorite phallic-inducing bird is back.
What do you mean by that?
He's talking about Toy Chica, Donald. Context clues shouldn't be seen with a magnifying glass.
It's been literal months. Can't you Democratic donkeys let a single joke slide?
I thought the weight jokes would have told you that.
Yeah, that's the
Donald.
problem with them. They
Time to get
keep
used to
on
having
going
my
back
heart
to the
ripped out of my
past.
chest.
I know
We
it's
have to correct
self-explanatory
the
by the
wrongs of the
title, but
past. It's
these
done,
are all
man.
old animatronics,
Let it go.
right? And since Marionette is in the game, we have to wind up the music box, right?
Again. Already.
I guess I'll have to wait for my question to be answered.
And within the matter of 13 seconds, I've been gutted and sauteed like a mahi fish.
At least you're not as angry as you used to be.
Yeah, because if I get too loud, the microphone might get unplugged and I'll pop my shoe into the laptop screen.
We already saw this coming, Joe. But some fans are dubbing the past incident as the Mike of 24.
Chica's about to make me throw in a sequel to that, by
It's
the
no
way.
longer
Gentlemen, with
horrifying
all
for
due
me
respect, It
anymore.
would help if you would take a look
With
at
how
what
many
each
right
animatronic
now.
does.
I can
I
just
thought I wouldn't
expect
have to
it now.
clarify this because Donald says he did research, but I guess I was mistaken.
Well, this is catastrophic. No wonder everyone was getting angry in the comments. Don couldn't get past the 15 seconds in a marathon, let alone custom night.
You dare question the intelligence of the world's best security guard? I don't need any backseat passengers telling me what to do, thank you very much.
Donald, quit stomping around and just go to the menu. Japan doesn't need another earthquake.
Go up to Freddie and read off what it says.
Ha ha.
He approaches from the left hall. Keep track of him on the monitor and shut the door when he is standing on the doorway. He moves faster as the building gets warmer.
So you're telling me that you haven't even glanced at the instructions, even when they were right there on the screen?
Now that you mention it, I was fairly concerned how he supposedly had a strategy, yet was failing only a few seconds into the night.
Can't hear you over the sound of barbed wire being put up between us.
No wonder you like to sit on the fence.
Is this why I was getting fondled by Chica? If it's not on the shuffle option, she lubes me up like swimwear?
Barack.
Are you kidding me?
Donald, this could have been all avoided if you actually paid attention to what you should have been doing. Too much confidence in your strategy that somehow neglected what the animatronics do.
No wonder everyone was throwing coffee mugs at us in the comments. We didn't even actually play the game.
I'm reading about that now. Just keep quiet and go talk about safety awareness or something.
He's not the one I had to take the gun away from.
All right. The world's best security guard is ready to go back into
You
the
didn't
ring
read the
once more.
others.
You may have heard that before,
I
but
think
let
you
me
did.
assure
You're
you,
on baby.
I will not allow these creaky coffee makers to spew insults after clapping my cheeks.
Listen, as long as you don't unplug anything while you drop kick the mouse pad, then I don't care. I'm trying to minimize the audio issues we have from now on.
So is this where you put effort into damage control? The audio issues?
So that's why Karine is always the one addressing press now when something goes south.
Yeah, I have to put my attention and focus into prospects that matter, like playing horror games.
I'm sorry, I've got to ask this. Has something seemed off to you guys as of recently?
What do you mean?
Can't hear you trying to focus.
I don't know. I just feel like something has been missing recently. You know that feeling, Joe?
I think I know what you're talking about, but be more specific. What feeling?
Well, yeah, or do I say it? Like almost nothing changed at all, yet it changed so much.
If you have a nostalgia kick, I can bring back the age jokes and the wife jokes, if that's what you're missing. Looks like Bonnie wants it too, the way he's trying to rub one off on me.
I wouldn't really say that. I just think something's missing. Maybe it's because we rarely cuss anymore, or we also don't include as much political talk as we used to.
You want me to mention how Abbott is defending the future of this country? Or how DeSantis is a shriveled raisin prune of a man? Or how Vivek has finally owned up to the truth? Obama, I'm focused right now.
Well, now that you're not focused, and since Freddie's teabagging your lifeless skeleton, what do you have to say?
Since Joe wants
That's
to
a
put
good
sanctions on
freaking
the American
gift
people,
to have.
I guess that leaves me with no choice but to put him in front of a folding chair and karate kick him.
What?
What?
Brock?
I'm just
No.
going to talk for the people that are watching us.
No words?
Our mics didn't break. They're just oddly doing that. Old people stare at each other.
How many Joe Bidens does it take to change a light bulb?
How many Donald Trumps does it take to eat a dinner box?
How many senile presidents does it take to realize we're staring at a blank screen? What are we even doing right now?
You guys remember when I said one joke about Donald and he kicked me in the face like a horse?
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Going back to what you were saying, where
Yep,
something
kick him
is
right
off,
now.
I think political tensions don't really assist in our friendship. Some of these situations can affect thousands of people. Good, hardworking people. It's natural where there's an off environment.
It's on and off. Sometimes I look at Joe as a decent human being. Other times, an armadillo curled up in the fetal position looks like more of a president than he does.
Balloon Boy,
I don't
go
know if the
away.
insult is really necessary there.
Well, Balloon Boy's having a hoot at it because he won't shut up.
Like that. Where did your hatred for Balloon Boy go? You used to light up like a Roman candle, and now it just seems passive-aggressive.
After almost getting audited for damage claims, you really doubt my anger issues after losing so many times, Obama? It's not even scaring me anymore. It's just making me want to drive my fist the deepest it can go through this port.
Well, there's the shouting that I asked for, if you want to call it that.
The point still stands that the
I really want to watch a video of the AI presidents playing Getting Over It. And let's see who's not going to get over it.
only thing that changes around us is ourselves. And the perception that we hold is that nothing is as good as the old days. Funny enough,
Yeah,
we'll be doing that with these times in the future.
That is probably the best answer I could have heard. Not to sound like a Donald or anything, but I'm surprised that there wasn't a vomit of words there.
Yeah, because it's my fault I want to determine the legitimacy of what someone is saying and not for it to be mumbo-jumbo.
I think it might be a combination of large crowds and old age, if you will.
Milk starts to expire the second it launches from a cow's udder. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We need sharp-minded people running this country. Very sharp.
Don, you might want to get that.
Way ahead of you, Obama. Remember what I said about being a backseat gamer? Let the world's best security guard work his magic.
It's
Thank
still
you
1
very
a.m.
much.
I will say that never gets old.
That game was totally rigged.
The irony, that is, our constant fails are getting old, or rather, Don's constant fails.
Listen, I'm the only one trying out of this entire bingo club, and I got someone who wants to work in Whole Foods on one end, and an old man that needs help around Whole Foods on the other.
Are you frustrated enough that you want to quit or something?
This is the same copy-paste story from last few episodes, and I even looked at the descriptions. This game treats my image like it's Little Orphan Annie on O Block.
You are really good at not answering the question.
I'm not going
Says
out like
you.
that. There has to be some way to conquer this game. One way or another, I will get through this. That's it. I'm moving to Texas.
Well, gentlemen, this will be the last challenge that we face of Ultimate Custom Night, marking an end to our experience with the game.
You cannot be for real, Joe. You're telling me that we can get beaten with a belt for 4 videos straight, you not explain the game mechanics to us, have our audience get miserable of us losing, and then you just want to call it quits? Have you gone mad?
Partially mad, yeah.
Oh, well then. I didn't expect everything to be cut and dry like that, but all right then.
I won't lie, just seeing Donald recoil every 2 minutes has gotten a bit frustrating for my sake. Is this really the average custom night experience, or do we just suck?
I think everybody expected more out of us due to how we were able to beat the other games so efficiently. But UCN is a different beast entirely, hence why we haven't gotten north of beating this thing.
Is that why we're throwing in the towel after failing so much?
The big one is that Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is about to release, and
Oh,
Donald
no.
has a hot date with Mommy Longlegs.
You are just the worst. You know
Mommy
that
Longleg
expired
is
toaster
gone,
strudel?
right?
Well, that's enough chatting for now. Time to get inches deep into the swampiness we call the hardest difficulty there is.
Wait, why is everything checked?
So this game mode is undoubtedly the hardest game mode in the franchise. It's called 50-20, where every animatronic is set to the hardest difficulty.
We'll get to it. World's best security guard.
Maybe it is a good
You're
idea
one
if
to
you keep the
talk.
gun
You're
away
not the
from me,
one
Joe.
fighting, mister. Hide behind the
go.
human
Not
shield.
even a second into it, and I already have Nightmare Marionette harassing me. Go away!
Watch, Barack, it's about to get wild. Exhibit A.
He made it farther than I thought he would, so there's something that I can tip my hat to.
The music box. I forgot about the music box.
And I guess here's the pandemonium.
Hit you like a truck.
Phantom Freddy.
A pig?
I consider it a dignified death. Not really. It was actually quite pathetic.
I'm not a vegetarian, Porky. I can cook a mean pork belly dish. Don't test me.
Donald, he just emoted on you. I don't think there's any real way to come back from that one.
A nice introduction to 50-20, getting eaten by the prey you used to prey on.
I at least lasted 25 seconds, which would be a personal record, a great personal record for Obama, in and out of the bedroom, if I may add.
Ouch.
Jeez, you're a creep.
I will say that it's only fair for you to
That's a
give
roast,
this a wrangle
dipshit.
too, Barack. I won't ask for many attempts with this game mode, sheerly due to the fact that it might not be possible for our age. You need to have a sharp reaction time that we simply do not possess.
An insane
I'm not going to
reaction
expect
time.
much. But I think I sat on the sidelines enough.
All right, go ahead.
Might as well take a couple turns at least.
Time to watch a blue-balled Barack strut his stuff down the Isle of Misery.
You could at least have some confidence in him.
Everything is going crazy now. I have no idea
It's
how to
just-
even counteract any of this.
11
What
seconds.
are we even supposed to do?
It might just be pure
What's-
luck if I'm
What
being
the
honest.
hell is that thing?
And there's the music, a new challenger.
Seeing you powerless
20
is
seconds.
like music to me.
You're a creepy little thing, aren't you?
That has to be what World War III is going to look like. Some flashbangs, head injuries, and social media exposés.
All because a Democrat plopped us at an explosion field in the Middle East.
Hey, watch it.
Let's give that another shot, Barack.
Donald didn't get this craziness right away. Like, why is a wicker basket attacking me?
At least the marketable plushie was smiling before he assaulted you.
What
That's
the hell?
something.
Balloon
Like,
Boy.
what's even happening?
15 seconds, a
How did
whole
your
lot
vocal cords
worse.
Just make that noise.
Did you mollywop Austin Powers or something?
None of that matters because I'm not going out like that.
A statement
Yes, you
may
are.
live to regret because the sweet kiss of death locks onto your breasts.
I was following you until the end there.
I swear to we even supposed to do? It might just be pure luck if I'm being honest.
15 seconds. 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 15 seconds.
Andy, could you please not do that every 5 seconds?
Asking the impossible, Obama.
Get past
I would
15.
ignore all the internal thoughts telling you to plaster
Get
the
past,
laptop.
get past 20.
Never mind, punch a hole through it.
Do not do that.
That's
I have
good.
way too many unsaved files on here.
How many new challenges are there? I thought they were
30.
all activated. Are you serious?
Seems like you got some really bad RNG on this round, Barack.
What am I supposed to do? Vacuum my finger in my mouth and swirl it around like a Tootsie Pop?
Giving the intellectuals on Twitter a new way to foreplay, Obama. Stop while you're ahead.
Does this mean you guys are also stopping while you're ahead?
With all due respect.
All right, Joe,
I might
why
actually
don't
go
you
bananas
play?
if I try another time.
You're the one
I've
passenger
gone
over
bananas
here.
so many times at this point, I might as well be a vegan.
I figured. Well, even though that might be the end of the gameplay, there's still more to see with this game.
Are you crawling inside me right now? It's not over yet?
Relax. It's just a couple of cutscenes you get if you end up getting over 700 points. Guess what we didn't do?
Just what I wanted to see. A movie to confuse my head more and more with this stinking game.
Luckily, they're not lore related, but they're just nifty extras that the creator decided to add. There's also
Okay.
several different variations of the cutscene, but they're so minimal that we'll just end up watching one of them.
Get your popcorn, Donald.
Anime.
Donald, just because it has Japanese
Japanese.
letters doesn't mean it's
木の下
anime.
に座っていた。朝の瞑想の時間だったからだ。それにしても、あの忌々しい鳥、決して忘れることはないだろう。あれは、
What the
こ
hell
の
is
時
this
の固有
cutscene?
のものだとは思えなかった。
Never mind, I stand corrected.
Is that Freddy? Why is he dressed up in a Corey Kenshin outfit?
Just watch the cutscene.
ああいうものは迷惑千万だ。いくつかの石を投げると、それは正確に
Alright, Samurai Jack, let's go.
朝、私はとても早く木に登り、
So he has beef with the fox, and I'm assuming that it's your favorite character, right?
Like I said, just watch the cutscene.
大きな笑いカワセミ
The
のよ
hell?
うに
Is that a frog?
とても素晴らしかった。
Freddy's really trying to Sissy Samurai slice that like button.
Can you give it a rest, man?
それだけで私は計画が終わったとは思っていなかった。
So he's attacking him on this night because it's his birthday, and he won't expect it.
瞑想するのにとてもいい環境であることを発見した。
He won't expect it. He looks like he just ate out a zebra.
そのバカなクマは普通、最初にそこに着く。それは私のせいではない。クマは早く目を覚ます。
Hell.
素敵にだ。
The gold fangs in his mouth is not the flex that I expected to end off the first month of the year.
Oh, gross.
Man,
Why
go-
is there a guest appearance of deviant art here?
冬眠していると思う。とにかく
Please don't mention
動物を見ているので
There's a lot of that there. Believe me.
ちょうど氷の上に横になり
I upload my art there when I was a kid,
見つめている。
but now I stopped using it, although I might come back to it.
瞑想には理想的だという
Been drawing some stuff.
深いものに集中するようになるからだ。
Alright, Samurai Jack, let's go. That's to be
All this
continued.
just for some pizza is kind of ridiculous, in my opinion.
The playground must be really active for what special sauce we're going to get hit with.
それは暗闇があるまで私を運んだ
I。can't tell who's talking.
目が覚めるとこれは
I guess my questions are answering themselves today.
私は何が来るのかを見ていた。私の祖先が
Well, of all people to smoke the op pack, it was Freddy himself that was the one running the pockets. And that's why the chain belongs to him.
Let me just watch the
私
cutscene.
はちょうどあまりにも多くの道場のジュースを持っていたと言った。そして窓の下で、そして下のアルパカの飲み物のトラフに落ちた。
Is this what FNAF would look like if an
It seems there's still
animator
tensions
from
happening in the
Japan does
Pizzaplex. I say a quick round of skee ball
I
and
can't even
whack-a-mole
bring my
would
head
grill this
around
beef
it.
just nicely.
Now you're going to want to pay attention to this next cutscene, Don, because
right.
it will surely speak to you.
Why? Is it gonna be Chica?
Toy Chica, the
No,
high school years?
It's like Scott
No,
Cawthon
I-
knew who he was making this for.
Remember Don
Oh,
in high
shut
school?
up.
Diary. Yesterday
Why does she look like that? What
Ah!
are these game developers doing?
Whatever you do, just please don't stand up.
I don't think it was meant to last. For my heart belongs to another.
Who?
He's so amazing.
Don't tell me.
Just
Freddy?
to clarify, Donald, she's
Or
in high
Bonnie?
school. A confirmed high schooler. Just getting that out there.
You wouldn't need to say something about kids, Joe. Now shut up before I pack you in a suitcase and feed you to Honduras.
He's the only one for me. I
Who?
just know
Might want to get a picture, Don.
and
It'll last longer.
just how to get him.
And if you feed me to Honduras, I'll just send you packing to Wisconsin.
Look at that top hat.
What?
That amazing
Freddy.
top
I
hat.
knew it.
What?
And there's a voice crack.
Be mine by the end of the day. I just know it.
Oh my
I told him that
gosh.
I needed help with my
Don't tell me
birthday.
this is gonna be a yandere because I will be freaking over it because you're pushing it. You're pushing the stereotypes
It'll
right
be
now.
mine forever.
Are you kidding me?
There is only one
Are you
thing
jealous,
that costs
Donnie?
wrong.
Well, beat your heart out, Donald J. Trump. Your girl likes another guy.
King of the pizzeria, just as you said.
Things didn't work out as I'd hoped.
Wait, what's in her backpack?
Is that a hand? Oh, nah, she freaky. From the streets she emerged, and to the streets she returns.
Know that there's a guy out there that's right for me.
It says the end, so it looks like that your honeybee has flown away to
I am
another
curious.
flower.
What was that in the backpack? Did she just? Oh no! I can tell what happened. Did you just obliterate Foxy for some reason?
Things didn't work out as
Because that was
Wait, what's in her
Foxy's,
backpack?
Foxy's
Is that a
hope.
hand? Oh, nah, she freaky. From the streets she emerged, and to the streets she returns.
know that there's a guy out there that's right for me.
So weird.
It says the end, so it looks like that your honeybee has flown away to another flower.
One day you'll stop bringing that up.
So this next scene is the last of the game, but it is the most important, and you'll see why.
What? Is it gonna be more anime?
Is the video on, or is it just taking forever?
Why is Golden Freddy trying to do the worm to some sad YouTube piano music?
This right here is perceived by many as the vengeful spirit of Cassidy, who was William's victim, binding his soul into the eternity of darkness that is custom night. Because for him, this is his purgatory.
And she just fades away into the darkness
Cassidy?
as a constant reminder to him for all the horrible things he did. What about Evan, his own son? Is he not trapped in there too?
It's theorized that Evan had already passed peacefully when William is in his purgatory. But now that you mention that, there is one thing that I almost left out. Now be warned, this is pretty disturbing.
Can this just end already?
What am I looking at here? Oh wow, what is that horrible sound?
Did we just take a dip into the deep web? This is like an 8-bit nightmare. What am I looking at?
Do you remember the fishing game that would pop up every now and then while you were playing Custom Night? Well, it looks like we're in his world now.
This is mortifying. I feel like I'm being licked all around my body by a cat's tongue.
Come and sit with me a while. Sir, I'm in a world surrounded by stomach cramps.
Leave the demon to his demons. Rest your soul. There is nothing else.
So the last thing I want to go over now is what happens when you speed up the audio. You might want to prepare yourself.
Is that screaming?
What is he saying?
What was that?
Yeah.
That right there was William Afton screaming for help to Michael and Henry. Not that he expected help, but because he didn't know anybody else to scream to.
He deserved it either way. It's William.
Let's move on to the next game. I'll just stick to the Toy Chica jokes for now. It's Donald Trump here wanting to thank all of our members for supporting us. We can't thank you enough. If you would like to become a member and see exclusive content, click the link in the description.
Oh no, they got freaking Poppy Playtime again. Ugh! I wonder what fresh nightmare am I gonna put myself to watching that. I really hate horror games. I really do. The only time I only accepted the horror game was freaking Resident Evil 4. And that's about it. And the worst moment in that game is playing as Ashley. No, the game mechanics is not annoying. Or Ashley was not annoying. I hate the helplessness. I hate not having a handgun. I hate not being the badass Leon S. Kennedy and kicking zombie or undead butt. That's what I hated the most. Like, why do you have to make me helpless? I hate that. It would be fun if Ashley just knew how to. At least Leon taught her the basics of how to use a gun, and she just gets a Glock and just caps some freaking ganados or some freaking whatchamacallit. But still. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Hope you guys have. Well, that was not a scary. The jump scares was surprising at first, but when the repeated cycle of getting obliterated in this, I don't think this is a game. I think this is a punishment. It really gotten stale for me. But we'll see in the next videos of Five Nights at Freddy's if they're still gonna continue on to the newest games. So I'll be looking after that, and I hope that it doesn't get bad as the previous ones, the older ones, because those were just I had to listen. I don't know when it's coming. I know it's coming. I don't know when. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, even though, yeah, it was up and down from time to time, but still. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, this is Busty here, finally signing out. I'll see you in the next video. Be there or be square.